Vision is the key. Now, there are 4 principles that you need to learn to become a leader. I'm going to give them to you. Number 1 is a word we call purpose. You heard about that this week. Dr. David Burrows did a great job talking about it this week. Some of our speakers dealt with that. Brother Fox and DJ Counselor and some of the others focus on that. But purpose is important, because purpose is when you discover that you were born for a specific reason in life. No human is on earth as a mistake. You are not a biological accident between your parents. You were conceived because there's something that God wanted done on earth that made you necessary. That's called destiny. The second word you must learn and experience to become a leader is the word passion. Everybody say passion. You cannot be a successful student or a successful leader in your community without this experience we call passion. Passion is personal motivation. Passion means you've discovered something so important that you don't need other people to encourage you to do it. You actually motivate yourself to do it. And as a young person, this is very important for you to find a purpose that gives you a passion for doing what you want to do in life. That leads to the third and most important word, and that is the word principle. Everybody say principle. Now this one is very serious for young people. Everybody say principles again. Principle means you've discovered some values that you will not violate. In other words, everybody say values. Values means the things that are valuable to you. There's some things that you should decide I will never do. Matter of fact, I got married as a virgin when I was 25 years old, not because I wasn't tempted to have sex with many people, but because my values on my body were so high, I decided not to break them. So values create self-discipline. In other words, how valuable is your body? How valuable is your mind? There's some things I refuse to watch. There's some things I refuse to listen to in my ear. Why? I wanted my mind to remain in a certain way. There's some music I didn't listen to. I heard people cursing foul words. I would walk away very quickly. Why? I didn't want that. My values of my mind were so high. I said, I don't want to listen to foul language. In other words, your values, young man, is what's going to protect you from being destroyed by your environment. And the fourth one, important one we're going to talk about tonight, is, what is it? Vision. Everybody say vision. Vision is a picture of number 1, which is your destiny. Your destiny is your purpose. Vision is when you see it. But you cannot see your vision with your eyes. And this is the problem. God never gave you birth to live by your eyes. As a matter of fact, vision is actually the purpose why you become a leader as a teenager or as an adult. Vision comes from purpose. We're going to show you that in a few minutes before we complete this session. All right, let's talk a little bit then about why it's important for you to find your purpose. Here's why. First of all, you were created for a purpose. Say it loud, everybody, go. You were created for a purpose. Tell your neighbor that right to their face. Come on, one more time. You were created for a purpose. That means everyone was created for a reason in the mind of God. Number 2, write it down. Purpose is the key to fulfillment. Say it loud. Purpose is the key to fulfillment. What that means is you will never be fulfilled or satisfied until you are doing what you were born to do. And then number 3, say it out loud. You are equipped for your purpose. Say it again. You are equipped for your purpose. That means whatever God gave you birth to do, He built it in you. Everything God creates has a purpose, but in it, God put the ability to perform that purpose. For example, God made birds to fly, so birds never go to flying lessons. Birds have flight built in, so they automatically know how to fly. Seeds were designed by God to bring forth trees. You'll never see trees going to study how to bring forth trees. The tree is where? On the inside of the seed. God created fish to swim, but God will never allow fish to go to swimming lessons. Why? Because they are equipped for what they were born to do. Swim is built into the fish. In other words, God will never create anything to do something without putting in it the ability to do it. This is why you are already equipped for what you were born to do. When I wrote down my vision at age 13, and I said, I want to speak to millions of people, I didn't know whether I could stand before you and speak like this, or speak before Mr. Nelson Mandela, or speak to the kings of those countries. No, but the ability was there. In other words, when you see your dream, you also discovered your ability at the same time. Your vision equals your provision. Your dream comes with your equipment. And this is why anytime you have a dream for your life, don't let anyone tell you it cannot be done. The ability to do it is inside you already. Number 4, read out loud. Come on, young people, go. Loud, go. You have the potential for your purpose. Tell somebody that right now. Tell your neighbor. You have the potential for your purpose. In other words, your destiny is in your purpose, and you must discover your purpose to maximize your potential. Once you discover why you was born, you automatically discovered what you can do. So the equal balance between purpose and potential is built in. So no person here came to earth empty. Your teachers in school don't know what you're carrying on the inside. They have no idea about your ability. As a matter of fact, this is why, as an educator, I don't really judge young people based on grades, because grades are just a measure of your state in a moment of time. If you got a B or a D or an E, that was only a measure of your potential at a moment in time. That's not the truth about you. I got many F's in school. I got E's in school. I got D's in school. But do you know I graduated from high school as top of the class? Those teachers were shocked that I actually turned around from an F and became an A student. And they were so shocked. They said, are you the same person? I said, yes, but you judge me by tests. God knows me by original creation. In other words, never allow an exam to become your history. Don't let it dictate your future. If you didn't do good in school last year, don't let that bother the next year, because they don't know the real you still coming out. The real person, they haven't even known yet. Your teachers don't even know how smart you are. You are so smart that tests can't measure your intelligence. Tell your neighbor, yeah, you're smarter than every exam you took. It's just that the exam don't even know how smart you are. Clap. That's a good place to clap right there. You're smarter than that. Yeah. So when you discover what you were born to do, I call it discovering your life. You know, the life of a bird is flying. The life of a fish is swimming. The life of a seed is bringing forth a tree. Your life is exactly what you were born to do. And no person came to earth without an assignment. Now, therefore, I want you to write this down. The scripture found in the book of Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. It says, out loud, read it with me, please. Many are the plans in a man's heart, but the Lord's purpose will prevail. Isn't that beautiful? God says, people got all kinds of plans for your life, but I already have a purpose for your life, he says. You were born for a purpose. You are not a mistake. So no matter what people plan, even what you plan, you'll never be satisfied till you are doing what you were born to do. And this scripture means that every human being on earth came to earth with an assignment, with something they're supposed to do. A bird came to fly. A fish came to swim. You came to do something that's very great in your generation. And that's why we have Youth Alive Leadership Event. We are here to create a place for you to discover yourself. You know, and the only way to discover yourself is to discover the manufacturer who made you. That's why we need God. We don't need God ready to go to heaven. We need God to learn how to live on earth first. We got to learn to discover who we are, why we're here, and what we were born to do. And only God can tell us that. His Spirit can reveal to us. And the dreams in your heart were given to you by God himself. As a matter of fact, you were born for a purpose, but also with a purpose. And that also means you were designed for that purpose and to fulfill that destiny. And you must master and manage your purpose, or otherwise you will lose it. Let me give you an example. If you take a bird right now, some of you got birds in a cage in your house. Isn't it a terrible thing to put a bird in a cage in your house? You know, we got little birds in these little cages. We put them in the house, and we think they're so cute. Kitty, 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 oh, they're nice. That bird is being robbed